The second step in the roadmap to high performance is developing an organisation fit for purpose. We look at three aspects here. First of all, the skills, management skills that your organisation needs for its present and current needs. We look at how these might be developed and whether they might be more effectively developed by outsourcing or using part-timers. It focuses on such issues as, is your business model robust? There have been some classic examples of the last few years of business models that haven't kept up to date. HMV, Jessops, JB Sport are all good examples of people not keeping their eye on the ball, or markets changing quickly, more quickly than the business plans or business models have done. Businesses also face many risks, some of which they know about and some of which they haven't identified. Does your business have a disaster recovery plan? Have you identified all the issues that might cause a disaster? A few years ago, very few people bothered about flooding. And yet, over the last 3 or 4 years, flooding has become quite common in many parts of the country and had devastating effects on businesses. So John Harvey Jones once famously said, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. I would like to add to that and say, if you can't measure it in a timely fashion, you've lost the opportunity to manage it. How frequently do you get financial information? Are you one of these companies that sends their books off to the accountants once a year and gets your accounts back 6 months later? It might be too late. Why don't you think about monthly management accounts? Another example is customer complaints. They're a valuable source of information as to how your customers see your business. Are customer complaints identified in your organisation and dealt with by a senior director or manager? Or are they merely handled by the clerk who calls them in the first place and possibly does whatever he or she can to cover the fact up? If any of this strikes a chord, why don't you give us a call? We're happy to come out and talk to you free of charge with no obligation. Alternatively, you can download a manual that we prepared from our website.